Hi, here I will tell you what is fiscal policy, objects and methods of fiscal policy. First, I will tell you what is fiscal policy. The origin of term fiscal is fisc, which means treasury of the state. So, fiscal means relating to treasury of the state. Fiscal policy is an additional method to determine the public revenue and the public expenditure. In present, the importance of fiscal policy has been increased due to economic fluctuation. So, fiscal policy is an important instrument in modern times. What is the definitions of fiscal policy according to Lipse? Government revenue raising and revenue spending activities are called fiscal policy. According to Arthur Smith, a fiscal policy under which government uses its expenditure and revenue program to produce desirable effects on national income, production and employment. What is the objects of fiscal policy? First is desirable price level. The stability of general price is necessary for economic stability, employment, and national income. Fiscal policy should be used to remove fluctuation in price level so that ideal level could be maintained. Second is desirable consumption level. A desirable consumption level is important for political, social, and economic consideration. Consumption can be affected by all expenditure and tax policies of government. When government increases the sale tax and excise duty on necessities of life, then aggregate consumption is also increased and vice versa. Okay. Third is desirable employment level. The employment level is most important in determining the living standard of people. When there is unemployment in country, the government expands her expenditure, with the result aggregate demand increases and level of employment is raised. Fourth is desirable income distribution. In order to increase the productivity of labor and to increase the aggregate satisfaction of the society, it is essential that income should be distributed equally with the help of fiscal policy. Economic growth. In underdeveloped countries, deficiency of capital is main reason for underdevelopment. Large amounts are required for industry and economic development, so fiscal policy can divert resources and increase capital. Equilibrium in balance of payments. Most of countries are facing the problem of deficit in balance of payments. Therefore, in such countries, one of the objects of fiscal policy is to keep the equilibrium in balance of payments. Increase in agricultural and industrial outputs. Another object of fiscal policy is to achieve high level of agricultural and industrial production, so that demand inside and outside the country should be satisfied. Proper utilization of resources. Due to deficiency of capital, the resources are remained unutilized. The deficiency of capital can be removed with the help of fiscal policy. Okay? Increase in foreign exchange reserves. A country who have more foreign exchange reserves is considered a prosperous country. So with the help of fiscal policy, we can increase the foreign exchange reserves by giving incentives to the exporters. Reduction of regional disparity. Another object of fiscal policy is to remove the regional disparities. Regional disparity is found in less developed countries. Some areas are more developed while other areas are underdeveloped. So government provides the various facilities to the investors to less developed areas such as tax concessions, loan facilities, economic facilities, etc. Financial assistance to low-income people. One of the objects of fiscal policy is to provide the financial assistance to low-income people such as transfer payments, etc., pensions, It helps in maintaining the consumption level on one hand and reducing the income disparity on the other hand. To control inflation, fiscal policy is very useful weapon for controlling the rate of inflation. Inflation means too much money chases too few goods. Government imposes more taxes and introduces different savings schemes. These steps control inflation. Control on concentration of wealth. Another object of fiscal policy is to restrict the concentration of wealth in a few hands. More taxes are imposed on rich and collected amount is being used for public welfare programs. Now we discuss the methods of fiscal policy. Following are the methods of fiscal policy. First is capital formation. The purpose of fiscal policy is to accumulate capital formation for the economic development of the country. That is, national assets are increased with the construction of projects like roads, bridges, canals, etc. Change in development expenditures. During depression, the development expenditure are increased. In case of boom, the public and welfare works are increased for economic development in the country. Change in public work. During the period of boom, public and welfare works are increased. During the period of depression. Change in rate of taxes. During the period of boom, taxes are increased, and during the period of depression, taxes are decreased for economic stability in the country. So student, number 5 is change in supply of money. Okay. During the period of depression, the supply of money is increased for the deficit financing in the country, which is necessary for economic development of the development countries. Change in public loan. During the period of boom, loans are taken by the government to adjust national budget. In case of depression, loans provided by the government to the public to adjust the deficit budget. Okay. Change in wages. If the fixation of wages are according to the monetary condition of the country, then budget may be balanced. Okay.